Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Samantha. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a simple but very effective braid spray. So my hair is currently in a protective style. I installed braids last week, and so I'm making the spray to keep my hair moisturized. It's really important that you keep your own hair moisturized while it's in a protective style, otherwise it'll get really dry and then it'll break. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that red subscribe button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I have a new video on the channel. And I'd also appreciate it if you give the video a big thumbs up. Our first ingredient is going to be aloe vera, which many of you will already be aware has many benefits for the scalp as well as the hair. So most of what's in the gel, in aloe vera gel, is water, and that's how we're going to add moisture to our hair as well as our scalp. Aloe vera can also help to clean the scalp, so it's going to keep our scalps nice, clean and healthy. And it also has minerals and vitamins which will help to promote healthy hair growth. Aloe vera also has amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins. So the proteins will not only nourish the hair follicles, but they will also help to strengthen the hair. So that will also help to reduce breakage, especially when you're taking down the extensions. Just to boost the moisture level, we're also going to use plain water, and then to keep all of that moisture in our hair, we're going to use glycerin, which is a humectant. If your hair doesn't like glycerin, then you can use a little bit of honey instead. We're also going to add tea tree oil, essential oil. So tea tree essential oil has antibacterial, antifungal and antiviral properties. So it'll help to keep our scalps nice and clean and healthy. It also stimulates blood flow to the scalp, so it can actually help to promote healthy hair growth as well. So these ingredients are enough to make the braid spray, but in addition to this, what you can also add, which I'm going to add, is a little bit of my leave-in conditioner. So this is a creamy leave-in conditioner, and the reason I'm doing that is just to make the braid spray a little bit thicker. But if you don't like it thicker or creamier consistency, then you can leave it out. So adding a leave-in conditioner is optional, and it doesn't have to be this one, it can be any of your choice. We're also going to need a blender so we can blend our aloe vera and make some aloe vera juice and blend everything together. And then I'm just using the end of a pair of ties to strain everything, and then finally I've got my little spray bottle to put everything in. First of all, I prepare my aloe vera by cutting off a piece and then soaking that in water. It's important to do this because the yellow substance that comes out when you've cut the aloe vera can be very irritating to the scalp. So soak it for a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes should be okay, and then it'll be time to move on to the next stage. So once I've allowed my aloe vera to soak in the water for a few minutes, it's time to get the gel out of the aloe vera leaf, and it's easiest to do this with a really sharp knife. So the first thing to do is just to cut off the thorny bits which are at the sides, and then because I'd used this before, there was this dry bit at the end, so I just removed that as well. And then I just cut through the middle and then remove the gel and put that into the blending jug. So you have to be really careful when you're doing this, especially if you're using a knife. Some people prefer to use a spoon just to scoop out that gel. You just do what's easiest for you and what's safest for you. So now that you've got all of the aloe vera gel in your jug, it's time to blend it so that you can get the aloe vera juice. So once you start blending aloe vera, you'll find that it gets really, really frothy, and this is perfectly normal. In order for us to get the juice, you just need to keep blending. It may take a few minutes, sometimes even 3 to 4 minutes, but you just keep going until the froth begins to disappear, and then you'll start to see the juice that you'll be left with the juice once all of that froth has disappeared. So just keep going. I know it may seem like it's never going to happen, but just keep going. So here's a little trick for you. Once you've finished blending, I find it's best to just swirl the juice around in the jug. This will help to remove all of the froth, or at least most of it, and then you'll be left with pure aloe vera juice, as I'll show you in a minute. And here we are. So as you can see, there's no more froth, it is just pure aloe vera juice. So even though I blended the juice really well, it's still important to strain it with a pair of ties or a wig cap, because there'll still be the fibrous stuff which was holding that gel or the pulp together, and you need to remove this, otherwise this will get stuck in your hair and it'll be a nightmare to remove. So if you've never made your own aloe vera juice and you've only ever used the bottled type, you'll notice that the fresh aloe vera juice is quite thick compared to the bottled one, and this is perfectly normal, and it's that thickness, gelatinous texture which I absolutely love. So here's the fibrous stuff I was talking about, which you don't want stuck in your hair. So now we need to just measure how much we've got, because we're going to add an equal part of water. So I managed to get about 75 mils of aloe vera juice, and then I'm going to add the same amount of water to bring it up to 150 mils in total. So I apologize, I was spilling some of the water there, but it was just a bit tricky doing it whilst I was holding the camera. And now it's time to make up the rest of the spray, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of glycerin. And then I'm going to add a few drops of the tea tree essential oil. And then I'm only adding 1 teaspoon of my creamy leave-in conditioner. So remember, this is optional. You don't have to add in the creamy leave-in conditioner, but I find that it helps to thicken it up a bit, and also because that has a preservative in it, it'll help to make the braid spray last longer. Glycerin and essential oils are also mild preservatives, but they don't do such a great job as the commercial preservatives, and that's why I like to add something with a preservative in it. And then finally, just to make sure that everything is blended really well, I use my blender just to mix everything thoroughly. Obviously you can use a whisk or anything else, but you want to make sure that it is thoroughly mixed. And once that's done, that's it. So it might be a little bit frothy at this stage, so you can just let it rest until the froth disappears, but I just poured it into the spray bottle and it's now ready to use. So I'll show you a little bit of what was left over, just so you can see the consistency, how thick it is, and this is the perfect consistency for me. So now I'm going to show you how I use the spray. So first of all, the ingredients may have separated in the bottle, and all you need to do is just shake it really well before use. So I start off by applying it onto the scalp, and this will help to keep the scalp nice and clean, moisturized and conditioned. So I always say it's important for us to take care of the scalp and not just the hair. So I make sure I go all the way around, and then with the balls of my fingers I massage very gently. Obviously you don't want to do it too roughly, because that will cause breakage, and then it'll also cause your extensions to become a little bit frizzy. So just check to see if there are any spots that you may have missed, and then apply it there. And then I make sure that I apply the spray onto my actual hair. So along the length of the braids where my actual hair is, I also spray a little bit and squeeze it right into the braids. If your hair is longer, obviously you'll need to go along a longer length of the braids. So again, I just massage very gently. So massaging is really good. It boosts circulation to the scalp, and this will also help to improve hair growth. So as you can see, my scalp is clean. There's no residue, even though I added a little bit of the leave-in conditioner. So that's why I love making it this way. I always finish up by applying my growth oil. You can use any oil you like, obviously. If you want the recipe for my growth oil, I'll put a link to that in the description box and also on the screen. So I just apply a little bit to the scalp, and then the oil will obviously flow along the length of the braid, and therefore it will help to seal the moisture, not just on the scalp, but also throughout my hair. So again, I just massage just a little bit, and then I make sure that I've applied my growth oil to my edges, because these are the most fragile areas, particularly when you're wearing a protective style. So that's essentially it. I just massage again for a little bit, a few minutes, enjoying that bit of self-care. And guys, if you make this braid spray, please come back and let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please click that red subscribe button. Also give the video a thumbs up and click the bell icon so that whenever I have a new video on the channel, you'll be notified. See you in my next video, guys. Take care. Bye for now.